Hello everybody, Benga Olatunji here. The ethical theories or the theories of ethics. As we know, ethics is a branch of philosophy. And very relevant when we're talking about corporate strategy or as a topic, corporate strategic management and ethics. Because as much as it's good to strategize, to have strategy, to win the war when it comes to business world, how to have a hedge above and against the competitor, but nevertheless we must not overlook ethics, whether in private life, in personal life, in corporate world, in business world, in personal life. Ethics are critical, and if we are not mindful of ethics, that is the morality aspect of our work, of our businesses, something eventually will go wrong. Something eventually will go wrong, and even strategy may not work at long run. Strategy may work in a short while, but because ethical side of things are overlooked, in long run there may be breakdown of strategy. So therefore, it is the study of ethics is important in corporate world, in personal world, even in national world, and that is why we are going to be looking at and answering in this video why is the study of ethics important to professionals? Why is the study of ethics important to professionals? But before we look into that, under theory of ethics, what should we expect? This is an elaborate topic and we are going to be treating it in series. We must talk about descriptive ethics, the normative ethics, the meta ethics. What are their similarities? What are their differences? What are their contribution to the world of philosophy and of ethics? Personal ethics, business ethics, professional ethics will be looked at. Moral dilemma will be looked at. What is moral dilemma? When we say somebody is moral dilemma, what do we mean? Then we'll talk about morality and ethics. We'll talk about ethics and the law. Is everything lawful, ethical? We are going to answer the question why the study of ethics is important for us as professionals, especially accountants. We are going to look at types of ethics, consequential ethics, which we can call theological, teleological theory rather, teleological theory. Under it, we are going to study utilitarianism or the mindset of the utilitarians. We are going to look at ethics of egoism or ego in ethics. We are going to look at the main criticism of consequential or teleological theory of ethics. And another branch or type of ethics we are going to look at is the non-consequential. Don't forget we are talking about the consequential. Now we will look at deontological or non-consequential theory of ethics. We shall look at ethics of right and justice. Ethics of right and justice. We are going to look at its criticism too of non-consequential theory of ethics. We are going to look at situational ethics. We are going to look at ethical theory of relativism and absolutism. And I love this one very much. Kohlberg's stages of moral development. Kohlberg's stages of moral development. Here we are going to find out why our national life, why business life, why corporate world are the way they are currently are, and if at all we are going to contribute positively to change it. We need to listen to Kohlberg and its proposition. Then Kohlberg too as criticism was criticized. Kohlberg's stages of moral development was criticized. So we'll be looking at criticisms against Kohlberg's idea. Ethical decision-making model will be looked at. We are going to look at system development ethics. System development ethics will be looked at. We are going to look at Tucker's 5 questions model. Tucker's 5 questions model. And last but not the least, that we'll be looking at the American Accounting Association model. The American Accounting Association model. If you are just joining us, James Associates, here we dish out corporate knowledge, how to build a business, how to pass examination as accountants, and general finance knowledge. Please go and subscribe right away. Click the notification button so that you can continue to receive notification each time we renew or release new video or tutorial. And after this, we are going to be looking at ethics and social responsibility. Ethics and social responsibility. But before that time, let us answer the question, why is the study of ethics important to professionals, especially accountants? Like in the accounting world, we'll be talking about our professional code of conduct. Just like individually we should have personal code of conduct, so also as profession, as accountants, and in any field of profession, there are always professional code of conduct. So we'll be talking about integrity. For us, we'll be looking at objectivity, we'll be looking at professional competence and due care. Confidentiality is important because accountants are custodian of business information and public interest. Also, professional behavior is expected from professional accountants. So these are like the guiding tour guide when it relates to ethics in the profession, in accounting profession. So, and with that, I'm already answering first and giving us answer to why we need to study ethics as professional accountants or as accountants or as professionals generally in any business. Ethics serves as tour guide. It helps us to abide with a certain principle, certain worldview, so that at the end of the day, we can have a common expectation that individually, as a body corporate or as a professional that belongs to professional body, what they should in common have as philosophy to guide them. So it helps us to abide. Ethics helps us to abide by certain principle, certain philosophy, certain and common worldview to us. Also, why is the study of ethics important to us professionals? Because accountants are custodian of professional and public information and public interest. It is important if we are to build a trustworthy economy, we need to ensure we have ethics to guide us for public interest and for confidence in our activity. That is, any of our members, so that they can have that honor, that confidence in whosoever they are engaged with to carry out their professional business, to have a trustworthy economy with them, that is business with them, so that that profession or that professional will gain the confidence of the public easily. Also, for us to abide with a common rule, common principle that is common to all of us as a profession, we need ethical guide. Also, why do we need to study ethics and why is ethics important when it comes to professional life? Because we need to be seen to be ethical. Don't forget when I introduced the theory of ethics to us, I said Strategy is good. It's good to plan how can we be on top of our game, how can we be the game changer in our industry and strategize for competitiveness. But it is equally important. Ethics will carry us for long. Strategy may work, but if ethics will not go along with a strategy, at long run, any strategy will break down and fail. So because of this, we need as professionals to be seen to be ethical, to have values, to have virtues, and to be adding value and virtues to our business undertaking, to our corporate and professional behavior. We need ethics in the profession. Why do we study ethics also, especially as accountants? To promote consistency. That is, when an accountant goes out and work, the same experience should be expected that accountants or professionals, this is in this profession, these are what they stand for. These are the things you should expect from them. These aspects, don't expect this from them, because as a guide, they have all these moral principle that guides this profession. So for us to promote consistency in ethical value, in ethical principle, it is important to set our ethics right and put it forward for every member of the profession to know. Last but not the least, which is equally important, why we study and why we need to observe ethics in professional life, is to promote and to protect the profession as a whole, its reputation. To protect the reputation of the profession, it is important that professions, and specifically accounting profession, should have ethics to guide everyone. Don't forget, I said, foremost, ethics is like a tour guide. What does a tour guide do for a tourist or tourists? It's that person, the tour guide has always been there, so can easily guide us where the pitfalls are, where we can easily gain access to certain things, where we can easily gain speed, where we can easily regain time, where we can easily rest and the like, without any jeopardy to life, without any jeopardy to business, and have a safe economy. So likewise is ethics to business, profession, personal life, individual life, professional life, corporate world. So we are going to observe all this in details, and we are going to observe them in details, and after we are going to move on to ethics and social responsibility. Ethics and social responsibility. Benga Olatunji will be signing off from James Associates. Please like us, subscribe to channel James Associates. We are value to life. We are value to your business.